Alright, welcome back. So here's our Crown Vic swap. It came off a 2009 police unit, and basically how we did ours is we just took a section of the frame where the suspension bolts up, and then we just customized it to fit our frame. We cut some notches in there, slid it in that way. The frame, we had to put that piece in the front that you're looking at. We had to make that, and then weld all that together. And so we took a lot of measurements. We took measurements from the end of the frame at the front to where our center line was going to be, and then we figured out where the center line was of the tire, where it rode compared to where the original one was on the Ford. So it's a 1955 truck, so we just found where that was. Took a lot of measurements from the back off these holes, and we kind of just centered it up left to right. There's a lot of different ways to do it. There's a lot of companies out there that make kits where you could just box in the frame, and they have, a lot of people inside here. Right, let me show you on this side. So a lot of people, instead of doing it like this, they'll put a tube to hold those bolts and stuff like that, and then they'll box it in. I just figured this would be a little bit easier. Maybe in the long run it wasn't, but we do have all the original bolts the way it was originally designed. So it kind of originally, the bolts bolt up through the bottom, they tighten down, and then the nuts also tighten down from the top, so the thing is pretty much locked on there. We put a tube in there for support on the arm right there. The brackets, we made them we just took two of the brackets together and welded it for each side. Found them at the junkyard. We had to remove them off another Crown Vic that was sitting in there. So it was difficult. Probably if I did it again, I would just buy one already done. But it was a good journey to do it, and it was fun all in all. So that's the front end. So in a couple days, I'm going to show you what we did for the rear end of the truck. We took out, this is a 1955, we took out the cross member that went down here because it dipped down pretty low, and we took that one out. We got this cross member. The black one was from the Crown Vic. We just cut it down, and we cut the notches in there for the drive line. This blue cross member that you see is for the transmission, and then we bought that. I got that one off Speedway, and they had it powder coated, so it came out okay. And then this one was in a different location, so we just took out the rivets and moved it back a little bit, I believe. This cross member that you see right here, we moved that one back. We have a 4-link that we're putting on here, and I got that from, I think it was Johnny Law. He's on the internet. Look up 4-links, you might find it in there. So I got a rear end from Curry, and it came, well, I bought it through Summit, so it came with a housing and with the axles not installed in it. So I had to get the bearings pressed on, which I took it to Curry Enterprises, and they did it as a courtesy. They didn't charge me anything to press on the bearings. And then I have a plate in there that we're putting together for the disc brakes. So here's the rear end that they got from that Johnny Law, I believe. The coilovers. The third member here is a 370 31 spline, and then I put the panhard bar. We welded a bracket down there. Once the rear end comes up to ride height, it's pretty much level. That's why I put it down there. I could have put it up on the top piece, but it was more level at that position there. So hopefully you guys like it so far. Here's again some of the pieces. So inner fender well, drive line, powder coated. Those are some of the cab mounts, twin turbo. The cold side housing got powder coated. Valve covers. I may have to get different valve covers. Maybe just go stock and just or maybe get some powder new ones, but powder coated again, because I didn't realize it, but the baffles were broke out of those ones, and I need some baffles, or else the when I put boost to it, it'll put out too much oil into the catch can. All right, so just the other day I got my AC compressor. We got it off of Tahoe at the junkyard, and these are the corner mounts for the cab, because they're rusted out on my cab. This is a plate that we made for to support the fuel cell and to protect it. So it's just plate steel that we had powder coated, and we made it for the fuel cell. So in a couple days I'll show you guys that. Here's the engine. It's going to be a 6.2 liter. It's back from the machine shop. It was completely redone and oversized pistons, so it's a 6.2 now. The pistons are 30 over. I went with a Summit LS Pro rods and pistons, so that was where I went for the my internals that were forged. The good price with Summit. So here it is so far. The frame was powder coated black. Alright, so the next video is going to be on the rear end, putting the fuel tank in, just getting all this stuff together. Alright, thanks for watching.